Welcome to Div Tech 101, aka Black Mantle, as we discuss information technology, also known as IT. In today's episode, I'm going to be showing you three different components here in regards to a networking infrastructure setup and some tools that you will need to complete those type of jobs. We're going to be looking at a 24 port Cat 6 patch panel, as well as a combo pack RJ45 crimping tool, and we're going to be looking at the Cat 6 universal twisted pair connectors on the male ends as well. So let's go ahead and jump right into it on the episode.
Audio Jungle.
So one of the first things that I want to point out here is these pieces of equipment that I'm going to be showing you here can definitely be purchased. If you're looking down in the description of the video, there's going to be affiliate links there, as I am an Amazon affiliate. So anytime that you make any purchases on anything that I'm offering on the channel does go out and help the channel. So definitely help the channel out in that regard. So one of the first things I want to pull up is these right here are some connectors that I purchased here online. You can get the actual numbers on there and the product codes and everything, product numbers. And from this portion right here, these are going to be our Cat 6 male ends here. And I'm just going to put a couple of them here on the table so that you can see them. But they're pretty much like gold plated. So you'll be able to actually see some of the just, you know, a little bit of around it here. And I definitely want you all to kind of like get a fresh glimpse into that there. And these are pretty cool. I like them. Now they are pass through, which means that when you are stripping the cable, the wires will actually pass through these, as you can see the little bitty holes at the top there. Now some people like those, some people don't. You have to make sure you have a special crimping tool for those, and the crimping tool I actually have here, so I'm going to show you that. If you do decide to get those specific ones, you want to make sure as well that you get the crimping tool. Now I haven't opened this up yet. I'm just basically demoing everything so that you all can see it, take notes and all that. But make sure if you do order one of the crimping tools that you also make sure it's Cat 5e or Cat 6, depending on what type of cable type that you are going to be using. More than likely you're going to be using Cat 6 at the time of this video. Some places still use Cat 5 due to infrastructure that they have. But this right here has the pass-through connectors, and it has the cutter as well on here. And then you also have the wiring standard on here. Now with T56 T56A and T56B, you have to make sure that you are very familiar with the structure that you're going to be setting up. Now that is T568, either A or B, depending on which end that you're going to be putting it on. Now I prefer using the B standard. Some places use, you know, the A, but if you do use the B standard, that comes you'll see the color codes on when you connecting the male ends is white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, green, white, brown, brown, basically. And so let's go ahead and open the box and see what we got here. So you can see this is freshly sealed here, so still new there. And there's a couple different versions of these, you all. This is not the end all be all, but looks like from here they have supplied us with some of these similar male ends for our cable, so that's pretty neat. I never actually received these in boxes before that I've ordered, but they almost look identical to the current ones that I actually have right here. So you see that. I'm gonna lay those aside, and this right here is your Punchdown toolkit, and like a little bitty Punchdown tool. Now you can use these. You can't use these in any of your phone blocks, like 55 blocks or anything. These are specifically for the patch panels. I'm going to show you that in a moment. Just going to kind of give you a second to look. I'm also going to take out one of my other tools here because I want to show you a similar punchdown tool. So that's one version. And this right here is a second version as well that you can also use too. So this right here you can probably keep in your pocket in your backpack. This one is one of a little bit more sturdier, and it's much more of an impact tool. And you can do the blade release to get your additional blades like out the bottom of it, or you can just use this right here. Determines how strong that you're going to be punching down here. And some of them have like a little kicker out to the side where you can use to pull out cables if you accidentally punch the cable down incorrectly there. And so right here we have this. Let's go ahead and open this up here. And so here we go. Wow, this is kind of a little bit heavy. Really nice. I like how it has a steady grip on it here. And pretty much once you get your wires in there, you basically will use this to crimp everything down. It's got sharp edges here for that. Wow, I actually like it. Really neat color. It's got a color code on here as well that you can see right there. Let me show you for the camera. Depending on what standard that you're going to be using. And it has a little bit of paper in there too, so I'm going to pack that back down inside the box. That's really neat. Like, I'm glad they actually put that in there. Let's set this aside. Another point that I want to make and pull up here is the patch panel itself. Patch panel, it's going to be really nice. I'm going to use this it's going to be my multi-purpose tool here for a moment. Go ahead and open this up because I want you guys to see the patch panel here. You can use scissors, whatever, to open up the box. You know, I'm just using what I got. And this is going to be in some equipment I'm going to be installing in a client's networking closet. So that aside there. All right. So this right here is going to be our patch panel. So we'll do a little bit of reveal on this here. All right. So this has our wire locations, as I was talking about. Also has our little bit of cable management as well. Zip ties. I prefer to use the double-sided Velcro because it's easier to maintain in case you need it. You don't have to have scissors to cut it. And this right here, people, is our patch panel. So this is our patch panel right here. Now this is a 24 port patch panel. Let's see my ports there. You can get these in 48. I just got these in 24 because that way I can kind of move them how I want them. But if you're gonna have more than 24 devices, go ahead and do it that way. Now this is a little bit interesting here. So you notice the numbers, of course, 1 through 24. But when you're looking at this, you have to pay very close attention. If you look on the second row, this is going to be A. Top row is going to be B. So if we were wiring this right here, each part has its pair of 8 wires. 2, 4, 6, 8. You can see the sections are cut out there on the top. So this is number, you have a 1 here. And this is one whole part right here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you was wiring this on the B standard there, you would do your green, white, your green, green, white, blue, blue, white. And then you will do your brown, brown, white. And then you would do your orange, orange, white. So B is going to be on the bottom here and the top here. So that you can see that again, I want to make sure that you all can really see the wiring codes here. So looking at that, if you were doing the B standard, at the top you would have green, green, white. You have blue, blue, white. Then you would kick down to here, and then you would do brown, brown, white, orange, orange, white. And then you just repeat the process because your wires are going to come in depending on where the side that your wires are coming into. Depending on the side, you want to make sure that that when you're wiring this, your wires may come to the front of this going to your switches. But on the back side, depending on which side your wire's coming down to, you want to make sure that everything is aligned correctly. And that's it, people. That's it for today's episode. I hope that I was able to provide you with some insightful information on what the patch panel looked like, the Punchdown tool, and the male connectors. So like, listen, and subscribe. DevTech 101, aka Black Mantle. Look forward to bringing more content to you all soon.